Good morning, Clear Creek Comets. Today is Wednesday, January 13th, and it's an orange day for students that are in person. We do have some birthdays to celebrate. First of all, we wanted to say happy birthday to Mr. Paul, who's in Mr. Seiler's room. His birthday was yesterday, and we missed it. And we also want to give a birthday shout out to Miles Klopfenstein in Mr. Thomas's class. We hope you both have a wonderful day. We have two special announcements. One is a reminder that next Monday, January 18th, is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and we do not have school. There's no school that day, but I want to encourage you to make it a day on and not a day off. And what I mean by that is, yesterday you watched a video about the Martin Luther King Jr. Day holiday, and it talked about how it's now become a day of service, which means that you go and do something to help others on that day. And so I wanted to talk to you about a couple of ideas that maybe you could consider doing with your class or even at home with your family in the next week or just on Monday. One suggestion that I came up with was that you could host a teddy bear and friends drive. You could collect stuffed animals, then donate them to a homeless shelter for new arrivals. You could also give them to the police or fire station. They can bring comfort to children in times of distress. You could also send care packages or cards to deployed troops, veterans, or wounded soldiers. You could write letters of gratitude for their service and even include snacks or personal care items. You can check out groups called like Operation Gratitude and Give to the Troops, where you can send care packages too. So there's a couple of ideas that maybe your class could do or maybe you could do at home. Also, coming home is going to be this bright orange paper. Bright yellow paper. And this is for you to document what you did to help the community on January 18th, if you choose to participate in Day On, Not a Day Off, in honor of Dr. King. Also, going home for our second announcement is this pink sheet. We are throwing compliments like confetti. This is an event sponsored by the PTO, and from now until Valentine's Day, you can submit your compliments to any Clear Creek teacher, faculty, or staff for any good reason you'd like. The compliments will be passed out. The Clear Creek person who receives the most compliments will win a box set of Dr. Seuss books on National Read Across America Day. So all you have to do is put the staff name, the student name, or you can remain anonymous and then write your compliment in there. And if you send them back to school, we're even going to give some compliments, shout outs on morning announcements and on our social media. So hopefully you take a moment to give our amazing staff compliments. I know they'll appreciate it. Our well-managed classroom focused skill for this week is appropriate voice tone. And we've been learning the 3 steps to make sure that you're using an appropriate voice tone. And the reason is people will more likely want to talk to you if you are using an appropriate voice tone. So we want to make sure we listen to the level of the voices around, change our voices to match, and watch and listen for visual or verbal cues and adjust our voices as needed. Our whole school-wide expectation is the restroom, and we treat others right by flushing the toilet after we're finished, putting our paper towels in the trash can, using a voice level of 0 to 1, which means no talking or whisper, and giving privacy to others. We make smart decisions by washing our hands, and this year we're washing them when we re-enter the classroom. We also want to make smart decisions by reporting problems to adults, and we maximize our potential by using the restroom quickly. Our core value for today, for the month of January, is responsibility. And for today, here's a little tidbit about responsibility. Who you are lies in your own hands. We are responsible for our actions. Our big idea for January is responsibility. Every year, we determine to make changes through New Year's resolutions. We have to be responsible and make sure that we can be trusted to do what is expected of us. Do you have a New Year's resolution about responsibility? I have a couple of New Year's New Year's resolutions about responsibility. One is making my bed each morning, and two is making sure that we take in all of our items out of our car to make sure our car stays clean and organized. So you could talk with your class about your New Year's resolutions and see if they have anything to do with responsibility. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and moment of silence. Today, the Hawkins family will be leading us in the pledge. We'll begin with our moment of silence and then we'll hand it off to them.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Benji, Addie, and Mrs. Hawkins. Clear Creek Comets, be leaders today, treat others right, make smart decisions, and maximize your potential. The Clear Creek Comets are leading the way. Shine on, Comets!